Well, hello everybody. Welcome back to The Champion Within. I'm John Wood, your host of The Champion Within. And in today's video, we're going to talk about the top 10 reasons that I went carnivore. The benefits that I've seen since the day I started this journey on July 1st of 2023. These are going to go in the order of least important to most important for me. I realize this list will be different for everybody that does this way of eating. And that's fine. But for me, at 56 years old, this was my priorities. This are the things that I've seen that benefited me, and I think they can benefit you as well. So let's get started. Number 10, weight loss. Yeah, you think number 10 would be number 1, and for some people it probably is. But for me, at 56 years old, I've been married to my wife for almost 30 years, and I'd kind of settled into looking how I look because I've looked that way for the better part of my adult life. So the vanity of weight loss was pretty much not the most important thing. I was looking for other health benefits. So I think weight loss and vanity can only carry you so far, because once you get down to your goal weight and you look at the way you want to look in the mirror, I don't know if that's enough to sustain people, because if it were, you never would have gotten, like me, morbidly obese to start with. So for me, that was the least important of these 10 reasons for starting the carnivore way of eating. Number 9, improve skin health. I've never had really bad skin. I know a lot of people suffer from eczema, rosacea, maybe adult acne, things like that. But for me, fortunately, that was never a problem. But what I did have was I felt like I looked older than I was, especially in my face. So that's gotten better. And another big thing I had was skin tags. I have skin tags all over my upper body. So that the evidence shows that skin tags are the result of hyperinsulinemia. So if you're going around eating sugary stuff and your insulin levels stay really, really high, that can be one of the major factors in having skin tags. So if you've never had your fasting insulin tested and you're wondering if you might be suffer from hyperinsulinemia, which is just too much insulin in your blood, if you have skin tags all over, multiple skin tags, then the answer is more than likely yes. So skin tags are going away. Still have a few, but they're just hanging on by just a tiny piece of skin, and a couple of them have already fallen off. They just kind of fall off and find them in your clothes. So the skin tags going away because they're pretty embarrassing. I have them in my armpits and on my chest and on my back, and they're kind of impossible to hide if you have your shirt off. So that's reason number 9. Reason number 8. And remember, these are going in ascending order, from the least important to the most important for me. Reason number 8, smaller clothes. I'm able to find clothes. You go get the 2X or the 3X large shirt, which they're more and more clothing companies are making bigger clothes because America and the West is just getting fatter and fatter. So it's a market-driven decision for these people just to make, size 44, 46, 48, 50 pants, 2X, 3X, 4X shirts. You wouldn't have seen this 25 years ago because no one would have bought them because no one would wear them. Now there's some stores have about half as many super extra, large clothes as they do normal size clothes. So wasn't a big deal finding clothes, but it sure is nice to find some of the more attractive clothes, the more up-to-date styles in a size that I can now fit into. So that's number 8, smaller clothes. Number 7, simpler grocery shopping. There are times when my wife and I have a day off. We like to go to the store and just kind of peruse up and down the aisles, and that's fun, and gives you something to do, takes up some time. You can see how the prices of groceries are going up, are going down, but lately just going up. But now when I go to the grocery store, I just make a beeline for the meat department, grab whatever meat I'm going to buy for the day, maybe run over and grab some eggs, maybe some butter. I pay and I'm out the door. So I can literally go grocery shopping in less than 10 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes. I'm parked, I'm in, I get my stuff, pay, get out, and I've got the rest of my day. I didn't spend an hour in the grocery store trying to decide between Frosted Flakes and Fruit Loops. It's just meat. Am I going to get ribeye? Am I going to get chuck steak? Am I going to get ground beef? Grab it, whatever I can afford, put it in the buggy, grab some eggs and butter, out the door. Well, obviously I could stop and pay. Then I'm out the door and en route back to my day. So that's another big reason. Number 6, easier fasting. There's a big debate on whether fasting is really worth it. Do you need to fast on the carnivore diet or the ketogenic diet? For me, I kind of enjoy fasting. But when I lost about 100 pounds 6 years ago, and I did it by the eat less, move more theory. And I was just starving myself. I was hungry all the time. But it did work. I did lose weight, but I lost a lot of muscle too. And I looked terrible. When I got down to my quote-unquote goal weight, my face looked like it was hanging on my skull. It looked terrible. And I didn't feel good. And my longest fast I was able to do during that diet cycle was about 90 hours. And folks, I'm here to tell you, it was miserable. I had to fight myself every minute of the day. Now, I pretty much fast 24 hours a day, every day. And on 2 occasions from July 1st to now, I fasted for 48 hours on accident. Now, what do I mean by on accident? I remember the first time I ate on Monday morning. I got up on a Monday. This is back first part of August. I got up. I had bacon and eggs, and I think I had a hamburger patty that morning because I was kind of hungry, so I just went ahead and ate. And then later on that afternoon, my wife and I did a bunch of stuff. I think we went shopping. We went off, did some things. And I got ready to go to bed, and I realized that I really hadn't eaten anything else, which was not too uncommon. But I get up the next day, Tuesday, and I did some stuff around the house. I think I worked in the yard some. Then I went to work and worked my 11-hour shift. And then came home and went to bed, and it occurred to me that I never ate. And then when I got up on Wednesday, I fixed breakfast and ate, although I really wasn't hungry. It just seemed weird to go that long with nothing to eat. And I wasn't hungry, and my energy level was fine. But I still cooked some breakfast, and I ate. And that was then. And then one time since then, I just said, I'm going to go 48 hours without eating. And I did it kind of on purpose, and it was simple. I mean, I probably could have gone at least another 12 hours. So easier fasting. So if I do want to fast to get my weight loss pick back up or whatever, break a stall, or just feel good or do some healing, it's extremely easy to do. I mean, it's almost effortless. Number 5, the top 5. For me, less fatigue. I don't really get fatigued very easy. Although before I started this diet, I would get fatigued from time to time, but I could still do stuff around the house, things that my wife had asked me to do. I could cut the grass, might have to take a break in the middle, but I'd still get it done. But now, I can cut the front yard, the backyard, edge, weed eat, blow, sweep the driveway, do the patio, in about an hour and a half, and I don't stop at all. It's just, even on the hottest day of the summer, when I did all that, it was really easy. I didn't have to take a break at all. And then I went on to have a productive day. Prior to this way of eating, I would have done that. That would have been it. I may or may not have finished all in one day because it was so hot. And I certainly wouldn't have gone off and done other things. I got me a shower and retired to the sofa and watched YouTube for the balance of the day because I would be exhausted. But now when I do all that kind of stuff, I get it done relatively quickly, and I have the balance of my day to do other stuff. So that's number 5. Number 4. Increased productivity. This kind of applies to at work, but also around the house. And it kind of coincides with number 5. At work, I work in the evenings. My supervisor works usually in the morning, and when I come in, she's getting off. And she usually leaves me a long list of things that she wants me to get done at work, as well as helping customers. I work in retail. And usually I can get a third to half of it done. And she always gives me more than she knows I can accomplish. But she wants me to get as much done as I can so that the next day when she comes in, she has that much less to do. But here lately, she's been increasing the list because I've been getting everything done. Last night, she had, I think, 14 things on the list to do. And granted, we didn't have a lot of customers last night, but I got every single thing done and was out of there, clocked out at 11 o'clock, which is my normal time. Usually I have to stay 10 or 15 minutes later because I'm trying to finish up whatever task I'm working on. But last night, and this, I see it getting better and better. I accomplished the entire task list. So when she comes in this morning, it's all done. And I'm sure it's going to make her happy. And when it comes time for evaluations and reviews, hopefully that'll stand true. And I'm sure it will. She's a great boss that I work for. All right, so that was number 4. Number three. Now, this might be a big deal for a lot of people, and this was not a reason for starting the carnivore way of life or way of eating, but it really has rung true. It's better sleep. I don't sleep as long as I used to sleep, but the time that I am asleep, I am really, really asleep. I'm getting plenty of rest. It's very restorative. When I wake up the next day, I feel completely renewed, re-energized, ready to go. So better sleep, that's not something that I was trying to accomplish with the carnivore way of eating, but it's a nice icing on the cake, if you will. Number 2, we're getting down to the top 2 reasons. Number 2, one of the reasons I started this way of eating, one of the main reasons, was because I had really bad, we call it stage 12, osteoarthritis in my right hip and in my left knee. It was getting to the point where it was really difficult to stand, to walk up a ladder or go upstairs. Sometimes I would sleep downstairs because I just didn't want the pain of coming upstairs to the bedroom because my right hip and my left knee would hurt so bad. I'd have to psych myself up just to go upstairs to go to bed at night. So now all of that pain is gone. So I encourage you, if you're getting up in age, you're 40 plus or even 35 plus, and you have a lot of joint pain, whether it be in your hips, your knees, your ankles, lower back, this way of eating absolutely positively can improve that. And actually, in my opinion, maybe make it go away completely. It has for me. I went from about a 7 out of 10 on the pain scale to a 0. And that happened in the first 30 to 40 days of doing a carnivore diet. So pretty miraculous. And that was one of the things I was trying to accomplish by doing this way of eating, was to get some relief from this arthritis pain. I was taking Aleve, I was taking turmeric, 2 turmeric tablets every morning. And those things did help a little bit, maybe 10%. This, I'm taking nothing. I'm putting nothing foreign in my body. I don't have to buy anything. No turmeric, no Aleve, no Tylenol. And the pain is gone. So instead of a 10% improvement, this is a 100% improvement. All right. And the number one reason that I started the carnivore diet is because I suffer from really, really high blood pressure. Obviously, being a male, being 56 years old, overweight, out of shape, sedentary for the most part, having high blood pressure is, it's like walking a tightrope with no safety net across the, high wire over the Grand Canyon. You're playing Russian roulette every single day with your health. And I've been on blood pressure medicine in the past, and I was on 3 different medicines, and it only brought my blood pressure down marginally. And I thought, why am I paying these copays and everything, and the blood pressure medicine's not helping? But having started the carnivore way of eating, my blood pressure has gone from an average of 196 over 110. Yes, I actually had that kind of blood pressure. Pretty much every time I checked it would be pretty close to that. To now, just 85 days later, my blood pressure yesterday was 144 over 76. So still a little higher than we want to see it, but that was accomplished with taking no pharmaceuticals, none, just by eating meat, moving my body a little bit more, drinking water. So got a little work to do on that yet. We'll continue to do that, but that should help me achieve longevity. I mean, it wouldn't be, if I'd have dropped dead of a heart attack, no one would have been surprised, not even me. But now I feel like I've reduced the odds of cardiovascular stroke or heart attack by 70%, 80%. And if I continue to get my blood pressure down by continuing the carnivore way of eating, then my risk factors would be, no higher than anybody else's. And I'm not supporting the pharmaceutical industry to do it. Well, that's my video for today. Hope you found my top 10 interesting. I'd like to know what your top 10 or top 5 reasons are. If you will, leave them in the comment section below. And don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe if you hadn't. I appreciate it. We'll see you tomorrow. In tomorrow's video, I'm going to talk about weight stalls. I've got some data I want to show you regarding my weight loss, how stalls happened, what I did to correct them, and are they going to happen going forward. So stay tuned for tomorrow's video on weight stalls. I love you guys to death. You have a great, great day, and we'll see you tomorrow. Stay carnivore.